Welcome to the Gene Policini Center on the campus of the Rochester Institute of Technology, where tonight the hometown RIT Tigers wrap up their two-game series with the Sacred Heart Pioneers. Last night, Carter Wilkie delivered another big game for the Tigers. The junior forward had a goal and an assist, making him one of the Tigers' top scorers so far this season. But Wilkie, he's got company atop the stat chart with fellow line mate Cody Laskowski, number 26. He had 2 goals and an assist last night. He has 5 points on the year, tying him at the moment for the lead with Wilkie. Good evening and welcome to RIT Hockey Pregame Live here on the RIT Sports Network. Well, RIT and Sacred Heart were among the top teams in Atlantic hockey last season, and both are expected to contend once again this year. Last night, the first of 2 between these Atlantic hockey heavyweights. Let's show you what transpired. The Pioneers got off to a great start in the first period against the Tigers. John Jaworski is going to take the centering feed from behind the net and score right there, his first of the season. Sacred Heart with the 1-0 lead on RIT after 1 period of play. Second period, watch Carter Wilkie take the puck away, and then the burst of speed. Racing the other way, he gets taken down in front of the net. That'll be a penalty. In fact, it'll be a penalty shot for Wilkie. So here we go. Carter Wilkie one-on-one with Chase Clark, and Wilkie goes wide, skating in on Clark, and scores his 3rd of the season to even us at 1. Carter's parents, Gina and Randy, in the house from Calgary. Oh, no doubt they were loving that after a Sacred Heart penalty. Tigers on the power play for the second time on the night, and traffic in front gets it done. Matt Wild, no, but Cody Laskowski there for the putback. 2-1, Tigers back in front, but it didn't last. 39 seconds later, here come the Pioneers. Dante Fantuzzi finishing the rush with the goal, and we were knotted at 2, but RIT was resilient. 2 minutes left in the period, and Jojo Casero with an absolute blast finds the back of the net. Tigers back in front, 3-2 after 2. Third period, Sacred Heart on the power play, trying to pull even with RIT, but Tommy Scarfoni, he's been big all season long. Watch him snatch the puck out of the air. The big glove save for Scarf right there, keeping this a 1-goal lead for the Tigers at the moment. Under 30 seconds to play. Sacred Heart pulls Chase Clark. They try to keep it in the zone with the extra attacker, but they can't, and Tanner Andrew feeds Cody Laskowski for the empty netter. Tigers win last night by a final of 4-2. Afterwards, our Kim Coffey caught up with Carter Wilkie.
The key to this win defensively, the Tigers really...
The defense somehow. Did you know you were in position to draw a penalty there?
I just started to skate really fast and got by him, and that's basically where I ended up, towards the net, and luckily he took me down, and then I luckily buried in the breakaway too.
I was just going to ask you, when you were coming down the ice on a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being the most confident, how confident were you that you were going to bury that shot in the back of the net?
I'm pretty confident, guys. So I'd say a 9 or a 10. And I've pulled that move off a lot this year, so it was nice to put it in the home and tie it up. I felt guilty for that first goal, so I felt good getting that one back for Scarfy and the boys.
Was that about the type of game that you were expecting to play against Sacred Heart tonight? It was so back and forth. It was intense at times. Is that what you were thinking heading into tonight?
We definitely knew it was going to be a tough contest and stuff like that, but we didn't play our best in the start of the game. We kind of want to clean some things up, and then towards the end we did, and then a couple mistakes here and there, and they're a good squad, so they're going to capitalize on their chances, and we let them do that. So tomorrow we're going to play a cleaner game, hopefully less penalties again, and come back with another win, hopefully.
Yeah, we'll see what happens tonight. So RIT now has won 7 of its last 8 matchups with Sacred Heart. Special teams were special for the Tigers again last night as RIT killed off all 4 Pioneer power plays and have now not been scored upon on 12 straight PKs. Cody Laskowski recorded his first multi-goal game since December of last season, while Carter Wilkie notched his 30th career goal and 45th career assist. That's 75 points for him in just 80 career games for the reigning Atlantic Hockey Player of the Year. Hey, as always, we have you covered on both sides of the rink. We begin with our John DeTulio, standing by live now with RIT head coach Wayne Wilson. Johnny.
All right, thanks so much, Kevin. Wayne, we were just talking in big games, big players step up. Talk about how key it was for you last night having your best player step up.
Yeah, it's there's pressure on those kind of guys, and in big games they do have to step up, and I thought all of them did last night. I mean, when I say big players, I think we've got a lot of really good players, but we've got a number of all-league guys returning, and they played. They were the best players on the ice last night, and they were also the difference in the game.
Why has your PK been so smothering? What has fueled it so far to start the season?
Well, we get a lot of practice for one, which probably isn't a good thing. But no, it was second in the country last year, and we've got the nucleus back. We're missing a couple of key components, but it's just we do practice it a lot, both power play and penalty killing, and I think early in the year, I think the penalty kill does have an advantage as power plays are getting used to their personnel and what they're trying to accomplish. So we're off to a good start in there, but it's important and it does make a difference in the games at this time of year.
You'll start Lush, transferred from Sacred Heart. What do you want to see from him tonight?
Well, just what we've seen in practice. He's been real solid in practice. He's going up against a great goalie in Tommy Scarfone, but we had to get him in some games here because that's why we brought him, is to give Tommy some rest. Not that he needs it at this time, but I didn't want to wait too much longer to wait to see what he can do in game action for us. And so tonight was a good opportunity.
Tough to get a sweep in this league. What does your team need to do tonight?
Yeah, that's a good point. I mean, I think we've got to play better than we did last night. I wasn't great about our start. And there was a couple things we want to work on that we emphasized today on what we want to do tonight. But yeah, last night's 3 points are no more important than tonight's, and we only play them twice, so we want to win the series, whatever that may be. I'll take 1, 2, or 3 points, but we can't split at home when we only play them twice.
You know, I had to see you tonight. Any chance you can coach Penn State football? Maybe give it as an advisor.
No, but I was watching closely. To see the end result there, to see what kind of mood if you were going to show up here tonight. So I'm glad you took your medicine and you're here.
I'm a pro, Wayne.
Yes, you are.
That does it with head coach Wayne Wilson. For a preview of Sacred Heart, let's send it over to my broadcasting partner, Gene Battaglia. Gino?
All right, thanks, Johnny. Here with Sacred Heart head coach C.J. Maratolo. When the schedule came out, oh, gosh, this feels more like a matchup that should be at the end of the year. Did that feel more like February hockey to you last night?
Yeah, no question. Very intense game, playoff-type atmosphere to it. Two teams really going at it hard.
Now, tonight, you're going against Luke Lush. So who has the advantage here, you guys or him?
I love Luke. It was great to be able to coach him for 4 years. I'm happy for him that he's got the opportunity to come here to play at RIT. I don't know who has the advantage. He probably knows our players pretty well, and we know him pretty well.
Well, you know, he went through the portal. You've used the portal to your advantage. A lot of talent coming through. So the big question here is, how do you get this talent and these lines and everybody to gel here?
Yeah, it's a great question. It's a work in progress. We're trying to get our guys to bond together away from the rink, being at the rink, doing things together. I think it's just going through these games, you know, when adversity hits, really finding out about each other, and I think we're growing every day here as we play.
Now, I think it's fair to say there's no such thing as a must-win game in the month of October, but just the importance of tonight coming away with something on the boards for your team here.
Yeah, I mean, anytime you go on the road, anything, you know, trying to get a split, obviously that's what we're looking to do tonight since we lost last night. We're just going to play our game. We're not going out like this is a must-game win. We have a process that we're going through, and that's what we're going to be, process-oriented, and there's certain parts of our game that we want to continue to grow.
I don't think the schedule makers want us to send us to Connecticut, Coach.
They don't. You know, it's funny. I don't think the RIT seniors have actually been to Sacred Heart yet to play, so we'll have to talk to the league about that.
All right, well, maybe in the playoffs, but I'm sure RIT doesn't want to head out on the road there.
We want you at our place.
And Coach C.J. Maratolo, our guest. Coach, good luck tonight, and thanks so much for your time.
Thank you very much.
C.J. Maratolo, as Kevin, we send it back to you.
All right, Gene, tell C.J. it's a date come March. Well, Tommy Scarfone picked up his second straight victory last night with another stellar performance between the pipes for the Tigers, finishing with 26 saves. But as you have heard, Tommy will get rest here tonight as former Sacred Heart netminder Luke Lush will make his Tiger debut with those gorgeous pads against his former team. Lush played in 56 career games for the Pioneers while holding a 2.71 goals against average during that stretch. For Sacred Heart, the Pioneers will stick with number 32, Chase Clark. The transfer from Quinnipiac is still looking for his first victory of the season, as are the Pioneers. Clark, a draft pick of the Washington Capitals, has allowed 12 goals in 3 appearances and carries a 4.08 goals against average into tonight's contest. We'll still come on Pregame Live. The RIT men's soccer team looked to snap a 4-game skid. We'll show you how they fared this afternoon against Union. Plus, We mentioned him. He spent 4 years at Sacred Heart, but now Luke Lush is a Tiger. We'll hear why he jumped in the portal and how he ended up with a conference rival in just a bit. But first, number 23 for RIT is Aiden Hansen-Buchanan. The British Columbia native has been key contributor along the Tiger blue line again this season, and the senior defenseman will join our Kim Coffey live next. As our coverage continues from the Gene Policini Center here at RIT, it's the Tigers and Sacred Heart Pioneers at 5:05. This is Pregame Live on the RIT Sports Network. Back here on Pregame Live tonight, the final regular season meeting between these two programs. The last 11 have all been played here in Rochester, as the Tigers haven't been to Connecticut to face the Pioneers since the 2019 AHA playoffs. A schedule glitch for sure. In Atlantic hockey tonight, Holy Cross looks to complete the sweep of Robert Morris while also looking to move to a perfect 5-0 on the year. Tigers and Holy Cross next week in Worcester. Mercyhurst visits Niagara at 7:05. In non-conference action tonight, Bentley hosts Stonehill. AIC is at Penn State, and Air Force will look to avoid the sweep at Alaska Anchorage later this evening. Well, he's one of the Tigers' top blue liners, and in 3 games, he's already been one of RIT's top contributors with a goal and an assist. Senior defenseman Aiden Hansen-Buchanan standing by live now with our Kim Coffey. Kim?
Aiden, you open Atlantic hockey play with a win last night. High expectations on both of these teams coming into the season. So what are you expecting Sacred Heart to come out to? They have pride on the line tonight.
Yeah, no, Sacred Heart's a good team. It was a great game last night. It was tough, it was physical, it was close. Expecting a lot of the same tonight.
A little bit of a slow start for you guys yesterday. Sacred Heart gets on the board first. What do you have to do to make sure you set the pace up front?
I think we just got to be a little crisper right off the opening draw. We made a big statement in the room after that game. We got to get off to quicker starts, and hopefully we can do that tonight.
Tommy Scarfoni came up with some big saves for you last night. Luke Lush getting the start tonight. What do you have to do to take the pressure off of him?
We just got to, be good in the D zone. I think Lush is a great goalie, and he'll help us out when need be, but hopefully take as much pressure off him tonight.
Aiden, thanks so much and good luck tonight.
Thanks, Kim. Appreciate it.
Kevin?
All right, Kim, thank you so much. Well, the transfer portal saw a lot of Atlantic hockey goaltenders shuffling around this past offseason. In fact, 3 transferred within the league as Chad Veltri moved from Niagara to Robert Morris. Jared Fisk jumped from AIC to Niagara, and Luke Lush left Sacred Heart to join RIT. Cody Laskowski fires and scores!
Luke Lush admits he wasn't a fan of RIT.
And Luke Lush wants that one back.
No, not really. I don't think you like any of your opponents, but I was able to appreciate how dedicated their fans are.
But when Lush decided to take advantage of his extra year of eligibility, the Tigers were one of the first teams in line.
From the day I first spoke to RIT to the day I committed was a span of maybe 48 hours at best. So it happens pretty quickly, and that's kind of how the portal works. Sometimes you might have a dead period of a few days, and then all of a sudden you get a few teams that reach out. But I'm just really happy with how everything worked out.
Oh, opportunity, empty net, shot, and a late recovery by Lush.
Well, when we played them, I thought the things that we saw was really just the competitiveness, and just always seemed square to the puck, and we really struggled getting the puck by him when we played him, and then we watched, and you use experience a little bit too. Like I thought maybe a little bit his numbers for him, just in general, probably dipped a little bit at the end of the year, but I think you see that with goalies when they're playing every game. But no, we liked what we saw early, and then we watched film afterward. That's what made us move forward.
Lush never faced Robert Morris, so of all the teams in Atlantic hockey, RIT is the only one he never beat.
I really wish I could have had that feather in my cap, or at least have one over the guys, but at the end of the day, I just try to stop the puck, and sometimes it doesn't always work out, but yeah, it's fun to be on their side now, and they're a strong team to play against, and I'm happy to be with them now.
This weekend will certainly be strange for Lush, as his new team faces his old one.
I think it's gonna be fun. I got a lot of friends there and a lot of good people, so I'm excited to see them again first and foremost, and the opportunity to compete against them and not just have it in practice.
How badly do you want to be in the net for one of those games?
I always want to be in the net, so it doesn't matter who it's against.
He's a Tiger now, hoping to earn his stripes, and in the end, earn the one thing that has eluded him during his college career thus far.
I want to win a championship. I want to win, and that was another big attractive piece to coming here as well. I knew they were going to have a strong team, and I think that I can play a part in that as well. So I'm looking forward to what's to come.
That should be interesting. He may have to beat his old team at some point to win that championship. If the Tigers want to get it done this year, we shall see. Luke Lush transfers from Sacred Heart following 56 appearances with the Pioneers over the last 4 seasons. He has a record of 18, 22, and 3 during that span, with 2 career shutouts and a career-high 37 saves against Air Force last February. How about some men's soccer this afternoon at Doug May Field? RIT hosting Union. Tigers were trailing 1-0 early, but in the 10th minute, look at the great ball movement and the finish by Gabriel Zanetti to tie us up at 1. 27th minute, the sophomore from Brazil comes calling again, and watch the footwork by Zanetti. Oh, he's getting through all of the Garnet Chargers defense and scoring in the right corner. Second of the day, second of the season for him. Tigers snap their 4-game slide and win their first conference game today by a final of 2-1 on the RIT Athletics scoreboard. The RIT women's soccer team victorious at Union today, 3-1. The Tigers are unbeaten in Liberty League play and sit atop the conference standings with 2 games remaining in the regular season. The best way to keep tabs on all your favorite Tiger teams is to download the RIT Athletics app. He's doing it right there. You'll find schedules, scores, highlights, features, live broadcasts, including Pregame Live, and so much more. It's available for your Apple and Android devices, as well as Roku and Amazon Fire TV. Well, still to come on Pregame Live, we'll look back on last night's Tiger victory, plus John and Gene will join us to share who they think we should be keeping an eye on here tonight. It's all straight ahead on your home for Tiger hockey. This is Pregame Live on the RIT Sports Network.
Along the near side, it'll be held in by Fantuzzi. Taken away by Carter Wilkie. Wilkie getting behind the defense. Carter Wilkie going in. Wilkie the shot. He draws it.
Yes.
The penalty. Is it a penalty shot, John?
Could be. Dragged him down, yes.
Carter Wilkie got behind the defense, and now can he cash in? Wilkie against Clark. Here we go. Carter Wilkie going in. Shoots and scores! Carter Wilkie tying the game at 1. Here's Carter Wilkie. Wilkie takes it behind the net. Centering pass. Trying to find his man. And put in. 2-1. Tigers. 2-2 our score remains. Casero fires. Scores! Joe Casero with the blast. 3-2 RIT. 1:05 remaining in the power play. Sansbury getting it back. Tigers active here on the PK. Centering pass. What a save!
Scoop it. Tommy.
Andrew out of the zone. This will go. Andrew sending it ahead. Bogdan. Cody Laskowski is second of the night. 4-2. RIT.
RIT with a big win to kick off conference play last night as we take a look at the very, very early standings in Atlantic Hockey. Tigers on top with unbeaten Holy Cross, followed by Mercyhurst and Robert Morris. AIC, Air Force, Army, Bentley, Canisius, and Niagara have yet to play a conference game. As we welcome you back inside the Gene Policini Center here at RIT, where you're watching RIT Hockey Pregame Live on the RIT Sports Network, presented by Taylor the Builders. Well, RIT was a little slow out of the gates last night, and admittedly a little sloppy in the first 10 minutes of the first period, but they turned it on after that, and thanks to a big second period and timely saves by Tommy Scarfoni, as you saw throughout, equaled a big early season victory over one of the conference's projected top teams. As we bring in John and Gene, and guys, tonight the Tigers go for the clean sweep as they look to extend their winning streak over the Pioneers to 5 straight.
Yeah, Kevin, good afternoon to you. And boy, what about that blast from Casero? Have we seen a shot like that?
It's a rocket, it's a laser, it's a nasty shot. It's like duck, everyone. Just take cover when you see number 10 winding up. It's nasty.
It's funny, Kevin shows the Atlantic hockey standings, and that's true. It's so early on. But are we going to get back to the end of the year and thinking, boy, it would have been nice to have that 1 or 2 points against Sacred Heart, vice versa?
Absolutely, and I think that's why this game is really important for both teams. Tough to get the sweep. Sacred Heart wants to come out here with points. A lot of pressure on them tonight, but RIT would love the sweep and I think they get it done tonight. When you look at both these teams, who has the better players? Who has the star players? Certainly advantage RIT.
Sacred Heart has players that can score from any line. We saw that last night.
Yeah.
Our player to watch, John Jaworski, getting the first goal last night.
He found that spot right in the crease. Great two-way player, and was all over the ice last night and really was active for the Pioneers. They just needed to generate more looks in that third period. Their offense kind of went stale the last 5 or 6 minutes of last night's game. Number 18 needs to come up big once again tonight.
Carter Wilkie is having a fantastic year. Could be the best player in the conference, and playing on a line with Carter Wilkie is Cody Laskowski. He's off to a great start.
Off to a great start. Great speed, great passer, has great vision. All the attention kind of paid towards Wilkie. It opens things up for number 26. He's off to a great start to this season.
Laskowski with 2 goals last night as Kevin, the early start today for RIT. 5:05, the puck drop. We're excited to bring this one to you today here on the RIT Sports Network.
Absolutely, guys. We're looking forward to the call at the top of the hour. We'll see you in just a bit. Well, we are closing in on face-off, as John and Gene mentioned. We'll wrap things up from here next. You're watching RIT Hockey pregame live on the RIT Sports Network.
Here we go. Carter Wilkie going in, shoots and scores! Carter Wilkie!
Casero fires.
Scores! Joe Casero!
Centering.
And what a save! Scoop it! Sending it ahead! Bucket! Cody Laskowski is second on the night, 4-2. RIT.
Back here on pregame live, introductions underway down on the ice as we get you set for this series finale between RIT and Sacred Heart. Tigers trying to earn 6 points this weekend with a sweep. After tonight, RIT travels to Holy Cross to face the Crusaders, then Army West Point after that. So we're not back with you until Friday, November 10th when Mercyhurst comes to town. Our coverage begins that night with pregame live at 6:30, followed by face-off between the Tigers and Lakers at 7:05 on flowhockey.tv. If you'd like to join us here at the Policini Center, tickets start as low as $6 for 12 and under and are available for visiting or calling the box office. Grab your seats online, rittickets.com. I'm told they've sold more season tickets this year than ever since the Policini opened in 2014. Well, can Sacred Heart salvage the weekend with a split, or will it be an RIT sweep? We'll find out next. Enjoy it. Tigers Pioneers begins right now.